Well, good morning. I just want to do a quick take on Bitcoin and show you, actually not just Bitcoin, the whole market in general, just to give a basic overview of what I'm seeing in the market. This is on the daily chart, and most of them in the top 20, but they're heavily invested by institutions. Okay, here we are on Zcash. We're looking quite negative, trading below the moving averages. We've got a decline in volume and stochastics were oversold, quite negative. Good thing I ended up getting out. I think it was just below this low here, $105, so really not very far away at all. But I'd much rather be out of the market instead of in the market with that one. Here, I'm also out of the market. Very happy to be out of the market with this one too, even though we have, looks like a potential reversal with a bit of extra volume, but there's nothing serious there. A lot safer to have your money in a different currency than Ripple at this stage. Monero, I'm out of Monero. But look at that, we've had a bit of a jump with Monero. Monero was the only one that was looking positive last night out of all of them, in the top 20 anyway. So we've had a bit of a jump with Monero with above average volume, but as you can see, it's sold off. This is on the daily chart. So it climbed up, hit the 20, and now it's closed just above these moving averages here, but it's almost 50% of the entire day's trading range sold off, which is quite negative. Wouldn't be all that confident being in Monero at this stage. Quite happy that I'm out of it at this stage anyway. Anything could change. Stellar Lumens sold off a fair bit. I'm definitely not in there. Happy not to be in there too. As you can see, the moving averages, like even the long-term ones, on a huge downward. But even though it's kind of going sideways, I'm happy not to be in there. Tron, very negative, looking down. It's below 3 of the major moving averages and not looking like. But then again, dry up in the volume, in the selling volume and in the buying volume. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes. And that's coming from a double top as well, as you can see that, just before we change. Quantum, happy to be out of Quantum, even though we've got a little bit of sideways movement here. We don't know, who knows where this market's going to go. Like this sideways movement can offer explosive moves either to the north or the south. No one knows where this market's going to go, but at the moment it's looking bearish, the same as the rest of the market. It's looking like it's going to go south. It's got all the indicators saying that anyway. And the same here with Ontology. Yeah, not looking very good. Happy to be out of that market. Then again, we do see a big dry up. When you get a big dry up in the market, it means that everyone's holding on to their money and no one's spending. Like here, you can see the big dry up in, like from all this big trading that got us to the high. Now everyone's being very conservative with their money, waiting and, for the breakout. Is it going to break out to the high or to the low? Whichever way it breaks out, everyone's going to want to be on it. So that's an easy go. I'm not in an easy go, and I'm happy to be out of it too at this stage until we see a good breakout. Now here's Neo. Happy to be out of Neo. I sold Neo at the low here on that day there. It wasn't very far away. It was probably about. But anyway, I missed all this crap here. Kind of happy to be out of Monero at this stage. And just wondering where it's going to go from here. Who knows? Look at this Bitcoin price prediction. Who cares about price prediction? I mean, honestly, if you're going to trade price predictions, you're going to lose money. Simple as that. Whereas if you actually trade what the market has done instead of what you think the market will do, I often see, Yahoo says that, the price prediction for this and that. 9 times out of 10, these dickheads are wrong. And people believe it like they know what they're doing. Surprises me. Litecoin. Here we are with Litecoin. Happy to be out of Litecoin at this stage. Who knows where it's going to go? At the moment, it's trading negative, but we do see a dry up in volume. So we can see, some pretty good support happening there too at around about the 117 mark. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes to from here. It's either going to jump up or jump down. But at this stage, it's looking pretty negative. Pretty negative, but indecisive. You can see all this indecision that's happened here at the support line. Link, got some money in Link. Righto, so with Link, I don't think we're at $117 yet. If we were, I'd be very happy because I bought it at $3. No, $3.48. Righto, so there we go with Link. It's it's kind of looking okay. That's about it. There's nothing too crash hot about that. Ethereum trading negatively. It's above the 50, below the 8 and the 20. So it's but volume's drying up. Stochastics are in the low. It's negative. For the short term, it's negative. Ethereum Classic, look at that, no good there, under all the moving averages are starting to turn down. This is negative, like that's, that's Ethereum Classic, so, and it's not actually, I don't know why I'm having glitches here, it's 287 is actually Ethereum, not Ethereum Classic. I'll go back to Ethereum. There it is, 287. That's correct. So Ethereum is also negative, but sideways, waiting for a breakout. All the investors are sitting on the sidelines. All the smart investors that pull their money out are sitting on the sidelines waiting for the next move. All the mums and dads that are still trying to find money to put money into the market are going to be wondering, what the hell it just happened? I thought this market was going to go up. For me, so far, the way it's looking, it's a negative market. I would much rather not have my money in the market than have my money in the market thinking, well, gee, I hope it's going to go up. Doesn't matter about hope, fear and greed, all that sort of stuff. You need to get rid of those completely. Trade what the market has done, not what you think the market will do. Get rid of all your hopes and fears and greed and all that sort of stuff, and just trade what the market has done and be very quick to act when it tells you what it is doing. Pretty clear. Took me a long time to learn that. Okay, here we are. So I ended up getting out up here, and so it's gone down nicely. Consolidation here, huge consolidation, $5.77. EOS is an awesome one. I like EOS a lot. But anyway, I don't at the moment though. I don't have any money in there simply because it doesn't look positive. This one here, Dash. Dash is a huge performer, but it just looks tragic. It really looks, like there's good support and resistance there. This could bounce to the upside, but it's under all the moving averages. And we've got an increase in selling volume a couple of days back, and stochastics are oversold. Yeah, don't like Dash, but anyway, that's the wrong price again. Like that's EOS's price. I'll just go. That's EOS's price there again. Okay, here we are, 154. Here we are. We've found huge resistance there at the $180 mark, and now it looks like we've found support here. You can see all these confirmations back here, there, in here, there, all along here, and all along here. If this breaks to the low side, going to look pretty bad for people who are holding Dash. I wouldn't want to be holding it, that's for sure. Bitcoin. Now, I know this is a messy chart. There's shit everywhere. 11,200. This here is negative. What more can I say? It's negative. We had a good turnaround. I'll just open this up. I really should clean this chart up, but you'll see. I'll move on to the 4-hour chart shortly, and you'll be able to see exactly what I'm doing here. So going all the way up, good reversal actually there. We had a big sell-off. This is why you need to take a close look at where the candle finished for the day. It bought up big and strong, and then it closed down and lost 40% of the buyers turned into sellers. So a lot of profit taking there. Anyway, going here, up, and then all the way down and smash down there. Up and then down. Now, one thing to keep in mind here is we've had a monstrous sell-off day that fully engulfed the previous candle, which basically means the bears have taken control. Now, we had a piercing pattern here where this candle here went more than 50% above the previous candle, which is actually, can be a turn in trend, but not this soon, and especially with that huge amount of volume. So we've had a huge monstrous day that exceeded the previous day. Now we've had 3 down days with increasing volume that smashed, this day here. But we do have a reversal pattern. This is a reversal here on extra volume. We've come here, we've gone up, and we've come up with extra volume, and the volume's above average, which is good, but it didn't beat the previous day. Now we've come across here, and we've had a piercing pattern, which has gone more than 50% below the low of this day, which means that the bears have just taken control again. There's more selling. A lot of these buyers are turning into sellers and taking profits. Now we come across here, and there's an indecision and another indecision. But one thing to note here is even though we get a reduction in selling, we also have less buying than the previous selling day. And now it's gone up a little bit and then come back down, and we're sold off on this day here. So it's showing weakness again. But we do see that, by the way, it's also trading below the moving average, but it is bouncing on this moving average here, the longer term time frame. So, it's not looking positive. Let's just put it that way. But no one knows where this thing's going to go. This is 60% of the entire crypto market that's watching this particular day right now. 60%, 322 billion. So you got 2/3 of that watching this market right now. So who knows where it's going to go? People get the buying fever. This could close up at 12,500. Who knows? So far, it's looking negative. The chances are higher that it's going to go down. People's minds can be changed quickly. This isn't about predicting where the market's going to go. It's about following the market and getting on that ride. As soon as the roller coaster starts taking off, and you want to be on it, get on it as quickly as you can. But as soon as it's chosen a direction, that's when you want to be looking at getting on. Anyway, enough about Bitcoin on the daily chart. We'll go to the 4-hour chart on there shortly. We're going to Binance. Okay, Binance here, look at that, under all the moving averages. Even though we've got huge indecision here, it is under all the moving averages. And as we can see, we've had, that's bigger, well, actually that's bigger than the previous day, but then the buying kind of came in a little bit here, which is good. Look at that, the price hasn't changed again here from there to there. I don't know why it's lagging. I'm in beta. This is the trading part of Coinergy. We'll just have a look here. So 32.45. I'm happy to be out of Binance at this stage. It'll be interesting to see where it goes. It's going to go up or down, but at this stage it's trading below all the moving averages. All the investors can see this, and they all know that this is happening. Some of them look at the weekly chart, the daily chart, the 4-hour, 15-minute chart, all that sort of stuff, but they all come back to the daily chart. Now, we just had a change in candle only 33 minutes ago, and we've still got huge amounts of indecision. There are a lot of people sitting on the sidelines going, which way is it going to go? I want to be first on this ride. Except for the mums and dads. They're already in there and they're going, oh, gee, I hope it's going to do this. Just don't be one of those, because if you're going to be one of those, you're going to end up losing money. Here we go, ADA. So we've come down here. I ended up getting out here, and we've kind of gone up and down and up and down, all that sort of stuff. This here seems like almost a reversal candle. There is a little bit of extra volume, but it's just not strong enough. We need to see way above average and a good close above the 8. So anyway, we don't have that. I'll just move out of the 4-hour chart. Have a look at some of the majors, like Bitcoin, for example. Actually, I'll just go down. So that's very negative. That is there. That chart. Look at it. This here, super negative. This here, I think I was looking at buying, but I didn't. I actually missed that because this is on the 4-hour chart. I missed this buy here, but anyway, like I was pretty happy to be out of there. But now look at it. We've got an increase in selling volume, and it's living below all the moving averages, and this is on the 4-hour chart. Short-term time frame, this is going down. So far, by the looks of it, if you want to continue on that ride and see if it does, like if this breaks lower lows from here, so the $30.40, down here, sorry. $30.40. If it breaks below that with strength, mate, I would not want to be in there, that's for sure. You're so much better looking at the market, following what the market's doing, and then once you've realised what the market is doing, then you get out of there and hopefully buy back at a cheaper price, buy back more of it. Sometimes it goes the other way, and it just goes wrong. You just need to be prepared for that too. Here we are, Bitcoin, and we're on the 4-hour chart, going up nicely, and we can see that we've got a line here and a line here. Top of the trend channel there, and the bottom of the trend channel. So gone up there, huge reversal, come down, hit the trend channel, gone up, come down, made a new lower low. And then we've come up, we've made a new higher low. Now from here across, we've just pretty much gone sideways. It seems quite confused. But one thing we can see, even though we had an increase in buying here, that was very quickly, like this is a reversal candle, and it's very close to that top moving average line there. Actually, from here to here, I reckon that I could just move that line down, because it's not actually, it doesn't look like it's touching the top. So just move it down to see how accurate it was. That's more like it right there, actually, because now it's almost touching that top there. I think it is touching that top there, and it's almost touching this top here. This is a sure thing that everyone's watching, like the people that are actually be trading this, the 4-hour. This would have come up here and they would have seen how close this is here. So this buying wasn't well above average. They didn't go in there with confidence, the buyers. Then all of a sudden we've got a reversal candle here, and it's kind of, which is basically saying for the short term, the trend has stopped. Whether it's only one more candle after it or the next 20 candles after it, short term, the trend has stopped. See, like here, it's bounced up. This is saying the short term trend has stopped. Now it's gone sideways for one, and then it's bounced up. This is how quick it can be. So it doesn't have to be like a long term time frame. And as we can see here, the volume dried up a little bit, like it decreased, going along to here. And then we had a good buying volume, but it wasn't well above average. So here we have this one. It's come down and closed below the moving averages, and now we're living below the moving averages. I do have to say that this one here, closing below the moving averages, was above the previous day, which means that there's more sellers moved into this negative trade than what there was previously. Stochastics have turned and are starting to move down. But we are in a sideways movement, so we can't really... We've got a reversal on the 4-hour on a resistance line. We'll get a negative close after that below the moving averages, and now we're still living below the moving averages. So that to me is just saying that this, so far, short-term time frame is a negative market. We are going sideways, however. It will be interesting to see whether this breaks to the lower side or breaks above here and closes with strength above 12,000. Who knows what this thing's going to do? It'll be interesting to see. At this stage, it's looking negative, but we're in a trading range. So, if it does I might tinker around up the top here, you know, a little bit, and then, you know, come all the way down here. You know, what's that? Now, if it was to reach this line here, to go down to 8.6, but I doubt it's going to do that. I think the first point of resistance that it'll be is somewhere around about the 9.7, 9.8, and coinciding with this low here at 9.7, 9.760. So there we go, 9.7, 9.8. You know, if it was to come down to here, that would be the first thing I'll be looking for is 9.7, 9.8. Also, previously, it didn't want to go below the 10.9. From here, it might go down, bounce around at the 10.9 mark, and then if it goes through and breaks through that, I'll be looking for the 9.8. Anyway, that's it for me. I don't want to keep it too long. I wanted to get it out as quickly as I could, so I don't have to do too much cut and copying with my video. All right, that's me. I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. See you.